All right. In the chat room, happy April 1st. This is going to be the last live stream ever on this channel. April Fools. Just kidding. Ha ha ha. No. This will be the last live stream of Remake on this channel for a long time. Well, until it gets selected in the Master Series, which will be relatively soon as we get through the first couple phases of Resident Evil. What's up, everybody? Happy April 1st. This is the day that you don't want to believe everything that you read, that you don't want to believe the stuff on the internet. It's funny, last night there was a Resident Evil 1 remake rumor because of a, image that was going around. And again, it's not really true. It's not real. So I'm not going to give any weight to that until we actually see something official. As much as I recognize that Resident Evil 1 can be remade again in a RE engine or a Rex engine, or, it can be done again. I don't think that this announcement in particular is what that is. I'm not saying that it won't come out. I'm not saying it will never come out. I recognize that the 30th anniversary is a couple years away. I recognize that, they're always going to be working on a remake. I see what Neo is saying here in the chat. But, with RE1 Remake and Code Veronica, it's not like those necessarily have to be remade for people to understand the Wesker and Chris dynamic. That's like a common thing that's asked about. And I don't think that that's true. Because in that case, then why did they show Wesker in Resident Evil 4? Did people that play RE4 Remake that never played all the original Resident Evils not know who Wesker was? No. They knew who Wesker was. I mean, we saw Wesker before we even got him in the Resident Evil 1 remake, right? So I don't see that needing to be the case, because you're going to hear the same thing if they remake the first game and not Code Veronica. People are going to be like, well, what the fuck? It needs to be Code Veronica. Well, Code Veronica doesn't necessarily need to be. Let me just adjust this a little bit here. Just so I'm a little more center. There we go. But yeah, Code Veronica doesn't necessarily have to be remade, and neither does the first one. People will know what's going on. We got King Shadow, though, in here first. Got Eric. What's up? Says, love you guys. What's up, Eric? Carousels. Shy Boy. What's up? Neo Phantom. What's up? Patriot. What's up? Yes, it's time to get this done. As much as I love this game, and it's my favorite remake of all time, I don't mind playing it over and over and over again. However, this will be the final part of the 100%ing Resident Evil Remake series. I did it on PlayStation back when it dropped on the PlayStation back in the day. So the PS3 and the PS4 trophies were completed. Not on the channel, but this was before I was live streaming all the time, back when Remake finally hit something other than GameCube back in, late 2014, early 2015, when it finally, was released. So I got all the trophies back then. And then, of course, I did a whole series earlier this year on the Xbox One version of this, completing it. And now here we are on the Xbox 360 version. So that's why we are playing it twice on Xbox, because the 360 version is separate than the Xbox One version achievement. So it's basically 2000 G per game. And when I mean per game, I mean Resident Evil 0 has the same situation, where Resident Evil 0 has the 360 version with 1,000 gamer score, and Remake with 1,000 gamer score. Or I'm sorry, Xbox One version of 0 with 1,000 gamer score. Both Remake and 0 is what I meant to say, have two versions and separate achievements for each version, if that makes sense. 1,000 G here, 1,000 G there. So will you do it on PC? Chaos, I mean, it's a good question. I don't really get Steam achievements like that. I don't really have the desire to do that. I know I've done a few in the past, but I don't really have the need for achievements on Steam as much. You know what I mean? I mean, technically, this is 100%ing the game, so in any capacity, I can 100% it on Steam and still say, oh, I did it on Steam. But the PC version is nice. There's HD mods that improve the textures even further. It's 60 frames per second, where the consoles are locked at 30. So it's not a bad idea, but at the same time, I'm going to focus on trying to 100% them on consoles. And so some of you might be thinking, well, what's next, Anthony, in this 100% LTRE series? Well, Resident Evil 0 seems to be the logical move. The reason being is, well, it can follow this up very well following Remake. I feel like it makes sense. We could have done 0 first, but, you know, I kind of wanted to dive into this one because I am a little bit better at this game. Steam Gamers in here, what's going on? Revelatio, Lucius, what's up? Fellow members in the house, says, hope everyone's well. I also heard about leaks this morning. Yeah. But again, keep those leaks with a grain of salt. Like I was saying, you know, a lot of people are getting excited online because they, you know, have seen an image of Resident Evil 1, and then the person that reported it, and I'm not going to name names here, you know, they're claiming that it was posted and it got, you know, taken down, right? It got taken down immediately. So I don't know. I think it's very, very interesting, you know, like how, you know, people are kind of jumping, you know, on that remake thing, and you know, the leak on the website is fake, and this guy right here on Twitter, he literally said this right here. All right, calm down. I didn't think my previous post will have a lot of retweets. The RE1 leak for website banner is fake. Obviously, I had fun making it as someone who designed indie movie posters. So this guy right here is, you know, basically came out and said it is an April Fool's Day joke. So that's why, again, and I'll try to show this without showing this guy's name. But yeah, the April Fool's Day thing, people got to understand that the time zones are different. And if you see right here, April Fool's Day. So that's why I think people... Now here's the thing. This is why you don't believe everything you see online or read online. This is why I don't make a bunch of videos on these leaks, you know, whether it's Resident Evil 1 Remake, Resident Evil 9, you know, again, not denying that these games aren't coming out at some point, right? Because we know that they can eventually just do a 1 remake, and 9 is the obvious next choice. However, it's April 1st, guys, so let's not get too crazy with believing everything. But even before April Fool's Day, I feel like there's always a lot of, you know, just BS around, you know, around the online posting of things. Mountain Arts, what's going on? Carlos Gaming, what is up? So thanks for being here. But yeah, so the plan is, so back on topic with this series, finish this up today. What happened last time, Anthony? Why are we here today? Well, I wanted the last part to be finished last week so I can start April fresh, being caught up with all of my live stream series. Cold Fear restarted on Saturday. Cold Fear Part 2 is coming this week. So is the Master Series Resident Evil 2 original that was voted on by members, Patreon supporters. Both of those series are real anchors for people who are supporting me. You guys really do get to be at the wheel for the content. So we're going to kick April off pretty good. You know, hopefully we can... You were rained in today a little bit. You know, it's raining like, you know, a lot this week. Typical April over here in Jersey, but we're here. Quentin Bauer, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Another member and supporter and brother helping out the channel. Guardian, what's up? Cold Fear is a classic. Listen, I'm going to say something right now. I played about, 3.5 hours of Cold Fear. I love it. Like, it's I love it. It's such a fun game, and it makes me really fucking upset that I'm sitting here in 2024 just now playing this thing. But I just, back in the day, I didn't see it in the video stores. I didn't see it in my game shops that I was shopping at, and it just never really crossed my radar until you know being online, being on the YouTube space, seeing videos of it, seeing people talk about it. And that's why I love the polls, because when you guys vote on that stuff that is, different survival horror to play, it'll be awesome. So, JK, I suck. So does this holiday. Yeah, exactly, Quentin. That's what I'm saying. It's just like the whole Resident Evil 1 remake post was a April Fool's joke. So people need to, you know, realize what day it is sometimes online, because people just jump on it. Um, I finished Alone in the Dark this weekend. It was pretty good. Yeah, Chaos. I finished it last week for you guys, and I want to play it again. So the plan is to beat Cold Fear, and then we will do a second playthrough of Alone in the Dark, but from Emily's perspective. Good one, Guardian. That's not true, but that's a good joke. Deep Fear's a prequel to Cold Fear. Yeah, that's a good one. Blitches says, "Will you ever play RE2 Remake Fixed Camera Mod?" Yeah, I definitely will. I'm not avoiding the mods, guys. A lot of you were asking me in the chat, constantly. I'm in the process of trying to get the rest of the money together for this PC that I'm building, and that you guys are helping out with, and I've been saving for a while, been trying to get this thing for a while, so once I build this thing, and Perry's going to help me with that, I will be able to do those mods. I will be able to stream a lot of the PC heavy stuff without my computer, going overboard or not working out. You know what I mean? So as much as I know, it's actually true. JJ from Row confirmed it last night, says Guardian. I never heard of that, but that's again, I understand what you're saying. I never heard of that personally. So, but yeah, going back to the mods, yeah, I'm not ignoring it, as far as like I know a lot of people want to see me play it, and all the other Resident Evil channels are playing it. And again, that's on me for just not being able to, really, have that stuff to do it. I mean, again, I could probably get away with actually playing it on my own and checking it out. But as far as like streaming it and stuff like that, I don't want it to be streamed and then there's problems. You know what I mean? So yeah. That is not true, Guardian. Even if JJ said it, that is definitely not true. But again, it's on the eve of April 1st, so there's people, it's not even developed by the same people. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't make any sense. They both have fear in the title, that's for sure. And I know of Deep Fear. I've seen the game. Believe me, they're not fucking related. Steam Gamer says, hit the like button, chat. Yeah, smash the like button. We got Manuel in here too. What's up? Now I'm kind of like chatting it up in the beginning of the stream, but we'll get all the questions out of the way now, or just like topics. But yeah, we're going to jump into this now. Like I said, we got to finish Remake. I will read the chat as we go. Now, you might be wondering, what are you going to be doing this playthrough? Well, basically, the last playthrough I screwed up. I did not do it on normal, and that made it so where we didn't unlock the rocket launcher, which is what we need for the last achievement here, which is for Starsenal. I got Incas for Squids, I got Don't Stop Running, so we're essentially going to be doing the Don't Stop Running under 3 hours on normal, so we can get the infinite rocket launcher, which will give us Starsenal. So we can save this time, but we're not going to say very often because, well, we just have to keep running. So will this be a more of a speed run again? The answer is yes. We will be doing Jill on normal, not saving anybody, trying to get the fastest time. Do you think Resident Evil 0 would be worth remaking? Yeah, I mean, I think so. Or if they want to make it extended DLC, which I know people would be upset about that. But would it deserve its own game? I mean, I think if they did some kind of connection with 0, you know, in a perfect world, yes. Would they actually make development time for 1 or 0? I think Capcom would choose 1 over 0 if they're going to choose what to actually spend money on and produce. However, if they have some kind of team that's willing to do 0 and 1 or somehow do a side story and add that in, I wouldn't be opposed to that, Danny G. Alexander, what is up? Good to see you. But okay, so yeah, we're just going to keep, like I said, so keep the under 3 hours in mind. I will read the chat as we go along as well, but I also have to pay attention of like where I'm going and constantly, you know, again, we gotta have to run through this so we get this achievement. So I don't want to get too cocky and start killing enemies and wasting a lot of time, because then we will get over. I think last time we got like 2 hours, like 26 or 36 or something like that. So we got a pretty fast time last time, but it needed to be on normal, which was a mistake that I made, and we're not going to make that mistake again. So let's load this shit up.
Resident Evil.
Got to rep the RE3. You have to. All right, chat room. Let's get the thumbs up for the RE3 Jill. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now, yes, RE0 will be the next game that I try to 100%. Never could beat under 2 hours in RE1 Remake. Too many Crimson Heads. They are around a lot, yes. We do have the Infinite Samurai Edge, which we'll probably use to our advantage here. Yeah, it is a tough game. It's a fun game to play through quickly, though. Very much like the original games. And I'm still not the best at, you know, speed running, quote unquote. So that's why I haven't done. I think I maybe did like 1 or 2 speed runs on this channel in the past, and they're just kind of for myself or for the chat, I guess. There wasn't like I was setting any like personal records, and I know that's why a lot of people do them, you know, to break records or set records, or maybe just set records for themselves. So there's that too, but because I did one on a few different things. Yeah, you could buy the infinite ammo. Yes, yeah, they do make that available on the Resident Evil titles, the recent Resident Evil titles, after the game's been out for a little bit. And I do think that's cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I think some people, like even, you know, trying to play through Resident Evil, for some people, they just want to have fun. They just want to have the infinite ammo turned on, or maybe they want the weapons and they don't want to unlock everything, or, you know, you can get the exclusive tickets. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. If people want to play how they want to play, that's fine. If they want to unlock it normally, that's awesome, you know. So I think it's cool that they do have that option, you know. RE2, RE3, 7, Village, I'm pretty sure all have those options. RE4 as well has the tickets. All right, let's do it. Don't stop running again. Any other game having to do this multiple times would probably be, you know, more tedious, but for some reason this game doesn't really get old for me. Yeah, Dino Crisis Remake apparently had piqued a lot of interest with that, you know, survey they kind of put out. Didn't mean to get grabbed by him, but so hopefully they listen. Made all those dinosaurs for Exoprimal. You could easily use that in a Dino Crisis game. 100%. Got to get to a meeting, but I'll be back hopefully soon. All good, Quentin. Thanks for always being here. I hope you're having a good day. Appreciate that. Yeah, this should be, like I said, a cakewalk, as long as, because we can save this time, so I can save with, like, you know, some of the sketchier parts that I feel like I might have to save at, but X probably couldn't lace Dino Crisis boot. Yeah, I mean, shit. At least it's, at least they have the assets of the dinosaurs, right? From that game. Was I a fan of that game? Not really. Wasn't really my cup of tea. I think some of the Capcom multiplayer efforts have been, you know, besides like co-op multiplayer, like something like Monster Hunter is really fun, but I think the versus things have been kind of underwhelming and just, you know, for many of those reasons of just the, I don't know. Yeah, Dead Rising Remake. They could bring back that game one day, but they did have to kill it after 4 was just outsourced to a Canadian team, and they really didn't make fans happy, you know. Dino Crisis 3 was a lot like Rome. Yeah, I completely hate Dino Crisis 3. That's such an insult. And maybe one day I'll go back and I'll finish that game, because that is like the one playthrough on this channel that I don't think I've ever fully finished, where it was actually just abandoned because it was just so bad. I don't think I've ever was subjected to a game that's that bad. It's one of the worst games. I just did not like it. There's just so much about it that I just didn't like. But, you know, it just depends. People vote on it, right? What's up, Paris? We demand Dragon's Dogma Code Veronica. Yeah, right? The Dogma of Dragons. The Dragons of Dogmas. Which I haven't played. stay down. Put yeah, it's yeah, basically the normal mode was what I messed up on last time, and oh wow, he's still alive. That's good to know. How are you still alive? What the fuck? I guess all my damage to him just didn't matter because I went back in the room. Fucker. Well, that jacked me up big time. Because I wasn't expecting him to be alive. Nice. Got the crit. Can't get too caught up with killing everything, but if it's in my way, I will. And again, not saving everybody in this helps. They need a Dragon's Dogma 2 remake. Yeah, right? Remake it. Alright. We have to heal ourselves. Which I'll probably do on the green herb patch outside. We've used the mansion key. Damn right, I'll use the lockpick. Now that I've treated my wounds, I will summon the doggos. I'll take the dog collar. Yeah, the one thing that I have to do is try to challenge myself with 100%ing zero. he is dead. He is dead. And Crimson Head. The Ring Terror Realm on Dreamcast. Clunky and slow, but it has good parts. No, I have not played that. What parts are you missing for the PC build? Well, besides the case, all of them. So, you know, I'm gonna pull the trigger all at once. Well, kind of all at once, because there's a lot of stuff I'm getting from the best of buys because, you know, I know somebody, and then we're going to another area as well. The centers of the Micro Center. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's just more of like the money thing. Once that's ready to go, it's go time. The Be Quiet. Yeah, the one that you sent me, the orange and black one. It's insane to see how many bullets the zombies on the game took. I never thought about it back in the day, but it's nuts how many times. Yeah, well, especially I think, for some reason, I think this Unlimited Samurai Edge seems to be like a little bit weaker on purpose. I don't know if they, you know, just did that because they're like, it's infinite ammo, let's just make it, you know, make it whatever. Yeah, because I still want one with the one I got. You guys will see it when we build it on here, but you know, it still has disk drives and stuff like that, and extra slots and stuff. So, you know, it's not. I know everybody else would probably want more stylistic, or I guess, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing cases, right? Yeah, Micro Center's awesome. You know, they've been great. Paris says, I want to build my wife a pink PC. Yeah, that'd be cool. There's a lot of great cases out there. You know, really good cases, really good deals you can grab. So yeah, that's just kind of what it's about. So, like I said, won't have to wait too much longer, hopefully, and yeah, I just hope that everybody enjoys the stuff that is going to be showing up once, you know, it's completely done. And yes, it'll just be like a complete refresher. You know, we were kind of talking about that on the show, on the, you know, podcast last week about that. So the 4070 Super reference card, $599. Yeah, it's probably going to be the move. And it's funny because the graphics cards are probably that, and probably the processor are like the one things that there's not much of a discount that I'll be getting on them from Best Buy, which is, you know, that's just how it is. But the other stuff, yeah, so hopefully that will balance out somewhere, you know. Have you seen Ink Ribbon? No, I have not. I haven't seen the build. Yeah, the 4070 Super. Yeah, I know that's the card. That's the graphics card. It's the beefy card that's pretty much necessary for what we're doing. So, processor might be cheaper at Micro Center. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, like, again, before I snipe the stuff, you know, that's the kind of stuff we'll just go over. Done. More herbs. Kenny Omega guy. Oh man, you can watch his wrestling on his PC. I got her for a death mask. The death mask daddy. Here we go. On to the rest of them. So he could play Genshin Impact, but he wants the option to play new games too. Yeah, it's not wrong with that, I guess, right? I mean, this is the era for it, then. Yeah, 4070 is my target. If I get a little bit extra money between now and then, you know, then I'll snag the 4090. You know, it's just I want to get the best. That's why I know like a lot of people probably wanted me to. As soon as I said something about my PC, and I probably, you know, I probably, you know, yeah, if I could have built it sooner, I would have. You know what I mean? But it's just one of those things where, you know. It's not going to be, you know, $800, $900 build. You know what I mean? So it's, and obviously you got to pay for other stuff too. It's not just like anything I'm collecting is just for PC stuff. So you got to compartmentalize what you're spending and budgeting on. And believe me, I've been spending a lot less for these reasons. So, you know, we're getting there, basically, is what it comes down to. We are getting there. 4090 is $2,000, and the 5090 hits the fall. 4070 Super for $600 is the way to go right now. Yeah, there's a lot, and so and keep in mind I'm trying to get a really good processor too. So yeah, yep. You guys basically both made the same point at the same time. Yeah, stuff's right around the corner. I know technology changes and shifts every other day. And we get new cards and new PC parts and everything every single year. So it's a nonstop, ever revolving door. But believe me, I'm going to make it worth it. And hopefully the content will show in that. The live streams will show in that. I'll be able to do a lot more modded stuff on the PC that fans have been asking for. So, you know. And so, yeah, it's just the way. The patience is key, because when you know, save all the money that you can and you try to, you know, make an investment like this that's going to pay for itself big time, you know, it's worth it. It just takes time, you know, sometimes a little bit longer than I would have liked, but here we are, you know. So the timing is right, it seems. So that's why we're, you know, I wasn't doing this during, you know, 2020. For example, when it was like really hard to even do so without paying out the ass, right? So sometimes I wish I could go in the future, buy 9070 and then go back just to see how things run. Yeah, man. I mean, look, at the rate that these things come out at, yeah, sometimes it's just good to, if only you could get something that can make you be set for years on end, right? But now it's, and you can, but, you know, it's just because there's always a new version out, you know? Save money. Anthony, you lost 30 grand to crypto last year. Yeah, right. I never fucking fuck with that shit. So you say that, but if you say that, people believe it. That's the problem. Because people are fucking stupid online. But look, whatever people do with their money is fine, but I never bought into that shit. Bitcoin and crypto and, oh, I'm going to buy graphics cards so I can mine the, I can mine the stuff. It's like, yeah, screw you. You pretty much screwed over a whole fucking, you know, You screwed over people on PC that just wanted to build shit. You know what I mean? Is there a $1,200 difference between a 47 and 49? It says Guardian. Yeah. It's pretty nuts. All right, he's already injured. See me ever bought silver? He says I bought silver. Yeah, timing is right, and yeah, just got to keep it moving, you know? Keep it moving with the technology, but build something that future-proofs you enough to where it gets done what you want to get done, you know? Oh, Jesus, Chaos. Well, I don't use AMD, but to each their own. But, I'm Intel, you know? I'm gonna grab the serum before we forget here. Could Veronica upscale 24K and make my own remaster? Well, you can run a lot of this stuff or these emulators and these upscaled resolutions and you know all these fan mods that do all. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible what they're able to do. Oh shit! Get zapped. So outdated. What are you guys talking about? Things weren't so complicated back in the old days. Oh, the PC parts we're talking about. Yeah, it's you know, it's I think that's kind of how I started out too, where I didn't know what a lot of the stuff meant, but once I kind of got into it, you learn more about it, you know, and when you build one for yourself, you're like, oh, okay, like I kind of have to know what these things are. Yeah, I definitely loved I love kind of what I use so far, and yeah, it's cool. It is a lot at first, you know, like you're like what the hell does this even mean, or what do these parts do? Like what are they, you know, what's their purpose? And then you learn all that stuff and then you make it work. And I, for some reason, forgot you were there. Barry built my current PC. He's using it right now. Intel i7-3770. Yes. We are showing the age of this computer for sure. But it still works. So I guess that shows to its longevity, right? So, you know, things have been upgraded on this computer since then, but it is time to upgrade. Besides, the storm last year had 0. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That is true. The storm of doom. The 2 storms we had, actually, that screwed shit up. FF7 mob's outstanding. Makes them look damn good on the ROG Alley. Next, we're going to do an RE2 HD mod. Yeah, man. The mods are, I mean, that's where the mod community flourishes, is on the PC, and, you know, it's awesome to see. It's a great thing. Chances are, no matter what franchise you're in or series you're in, there's a community out there that's doing awesome stuff for it. And having a PC as a gamer is kind of like you're like a kid in a candy store, really, because you're just like, man, I could do this, I can play this, I can play, you know, old stuff, new stuff, stuff I never played, and just having no limitations is a very freeing thing. And same thing with being like an editor, or being, you know, working on videos or movies. Like when you don't have that ceiling above you, and you're able to, you know, continue to work, and it's fluent. Me as a content creator, that's what I'm seeking, you know, and that's what I got with this, and that's what I'll get with everything else that you see. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Some modders make games look better than you. Exactly, right? So, sometimes they fix the flaws that, you know, the developers made or have made, and they turn it into a positive. Which is nothing wrong with that, because they're passionate, you know, about it. So it goes hand in hand with, you know, just how much fans dedicate their time to all this stuff. So, and we appreciate it as consumers of it, because, you know, we got to get all that stuff. Mental will be on the show with us Wednesday. All right, there we go. We can put Fred to bed, and that'll be that. Heat him up some milk and put him to sleep. Moonlight Sonata. Yeah, and that's what Capcom kind of did, right? When they did the RE2, when they shut down that RE2 fan project and stuff like that, it's like they ended up hiring that. So it's very interesting, you know. I do gotta tell Brandon that joke. That was a good one. That was a good one, that's for sure. Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy to see that effort that goes into fans, and they're not complaining about how long it takes them either. All right. It's time for the yawn. The yawn of death. Echoes of the Living. Definitely looks like Ari. Echoes. I haven't seen that yet. Is it like a co-op survival horror game? He's still recovering. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead Remake was one of the first to have those running zombies.
Thanks.
Has a demo on Steam, you'll love it. Oh, okay, nice. Echoes of the Living.
Richard!
I do want your assault shotgun, Richard, but... Nice. Love that. Now you get the fucking serum. Now I gotta get that serum and waste time. I did that better last time, last playthrough. I'll probably get the serum, come back around, and I will grab the death masks while in there, and then we'll just go right to Father Ted and do the boss fight. We do that, then it's over for Father Ted. And then on to the guardhouse, where we won't be, again, doing the V-Jolt because we're just trying to save as much time, or trim as much time as we can. Zombs with guns. Just go right to the painting puzzle, and then from the painting puzzle we can go right to the I should grab grab a battery pack. Is that marvelous? Yeah, my Easter was good. Hope everyone else had a great day. It's definitely a nice, relaxing day. Let's just say that. Because it was pretty hectic last couple of weeks, so... I see a Crimson Head. And have you got the platinum for Rev 1? I've been trying solo, and it's almost impossible. I don't have the platinum for Rev 1. That's one I don't think I've ever completed, at least on the current consoles, like Xbox One. Well, the more updated version, I should say, which is the Xbox One version and the PS4 port of that. Appreciate that, CO. Even though Easter was yesterday. Happy Easter. Hope everyone had a good one. Peace out of that. Yeah, Rev 1 probably does have a hard line of trophies. Is it a lot of raid mode, or is it like the harder modes that's difficult, you think? I feel like the raid mode is probably very time consuming. Oh, you're in London, bro. Sorry. Ah, you're good. A lot of London viewers. Appreciate it. Nice. So I fucked up. I fucked up. F off. Anyone in the chat got the platinum on Rev? What's the harder like trophies, Lucius, about Rev that makes it difficult? I haven't looked at that list in a while, to be honest with you. I know I started to get over like a lot of them on the 360, like on this console, but when I got it on PS4 and Xbox One, I didn't really play those versions that long because I was just like, oh, like I already played it, I'll just come back to it. Like, you know, it kind of ran honestly the same, like, which was fine. I mean, it ran in 60 frames and it was, you know, but it didn't like, I wasn't like, oh, I gotta play this right now type, you know. I like Rev 1, but I just, for some reason, I didn't have like a, when I played it on the 360, that was like the first time I ever played it. Because I didn't have a 3DS at the time, and that was kind of a big deal. So maybe that's why I play the 360 version more. All right, so now it's Father Ted time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Finally got on. Yeah, RE0 is my next kind of target when I'm done this here. Nice, Guardian. Got a decent amount of plats, it looks like. Lucius says Rev 1 is easy until you start with the raid mode. I reckon it would take 300 to 400 hours to get the platinum. I tried, but I've given up. Jesus. So you gotta grind on that. I'd be super chest if anyone in the chat has it or has done it solo. That's a lot, man. What is it? Is it just like for the S plus? Like for S plusing all the stages? That's what I remember seeing. We're gonna go this way. Ching. Headshot. Yeah, anything that takes that long. I mean, shit, man. I'm gonna be honest, because when I Platinum Village, the hardest part about that was the mercenaries. I mean, because they made the mercenaries like forced into that platinum. That took a while. Like, gonna check out Echoes of the Living. It looks great. Yeah, no, it sounds awesome. You guys are hyping it up in here. This is Brad. Ah, you son of a bitch. Echoes of the Living is definitely inspired by Resident Evil. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely always down to check out, like I said, other survival horror games or RE-inspired games. Absolutely. It's the Ghost Ship Chaos level, which is impossible alone. And yes, you need S rank to do the raid. You need rank 50 and the legendary guns, but that's a fucking grind itself. Damn. And how do you get the... So basically, you need to be rank 50, and you have to have the legendary guns before you even attempt that level. So that's what makes it a grind, is because you have to rank up. I see what you're saying. That's tough, man. That is tough. I mean, I played raid mode, and I probably got a few achievements on it, but yeah, I never tried to get the platinum or... I think yeah, I think that might... I mean, that's something I could attempt. It would just take a while. If I ever wanted to go and circle back around to Rev 1. Voice is a... Give me the smack, huh? So yeah, I think for this I won't make the V-Jolt. We'll just use the self-defense gun, pepper it a little bit with some ammo, and then plant 42 will be done. Just so we don't have to run all the way back down. Use the V-Jolt, and also make the V-Jolt, which doesn't take long, but anything to shave down the time. This is Brad. You are screwed. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I feel like 0 is going to be definitely a challenge. I know 0 can be done for 100%ing, but it's just the fact that that game, for me, is not a strong... like, I'm not strong with that game, you know? I'm not very good at it. So I think that will be detrimental to the amount of time that I have to put into it. But we shall see. Alex says, "Do I like KFC?" Sure. You know, it's I don't prefer it, but here we are. Yeah, so 0 is really going to be a bit of a challenge, but Code Veronica is the same thing. We're on the 360. I only need one more achievement, but I got to beat it in under like 5 hours, and I'm nowhere near good at Code Veronica to do that yet. So a couple things have to be practiced over and over again. It was a serious question. Thanks for the data. It seemed to be pretty serious in a Resident Evil chat room to ask me about KFC. He is now on the record, yes. And never go away. Come to think of it, this is probably like what the 12th or 13th playthrough of this game in like a few months' time, which is pretty nuts. Between two different versions. Gotta stay consistent with it. See, my goal was to beat it in 5 parts because the last one also took 6 parts. But because I messed up, and didn't get the didn't play it on the right mode, here we are with the 6th part. So I definitely was bummed when I didn't complete it like I wanted to, but here we are. Yeah, it's it's time for completion. The funniest thing is I might actually start 0 on the 360 because I got to get the achievements on that too. Alright, I at least played was 0 and Village, then likely 7. Yeah, I would say 7 I played a little bit more than Village at this point, but Steam Gamer with the $4 super chat. Thank you, Steam Gamer. And Christine's in the house. What's up? Remember Christine. The Jaffa cakes have shipped. They are on their way. I will be eating them on stream, I'm sure, at some point, just to prove that I have them. But yes, I'm excited. I don't think they're showing up anytime soon. I think in like a week or so. But run in here real quick. The Jaffa cakes have been ordered, like I said. So it says they're going to show up between April 12th and then April 26th, which is a pretty big window. And yes, I did get them on Amazon, but yeah, it's a pretty big window. So I'm going to be waiting. Ah, shit. Ran too far. Not the plant. I got to get them. They don't have them in America. It's what the fuck? That's why it's a big deal. And every time we talk about them, it's like an ongoing, thing. See, now if you order them, it's April 16th to May 1st. So what did I miss a longer window? It's all right. I know I did the right thing. Apparently 1,000 people bought them in the last month. Customers are happy. The only problem is that they could be melted or melty. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll throw them in the freezer. I already had this in here. Forgot to buy some today. Yeah, you gotta get some. Opinions are mixed on freshness and the value. That's what it says. Well, I'm sure depending on where they're coming from, hopefully they're in good shape. But yeah, I mean, it's not I'm in Jersey. So. Jaffa cakes. There's the cookie Jaffa cakes, which I didn't even... Oh, but I could get them by Saturday? What? Well, who the hell sells these? Well, Amazon sells them, but I can get... These are like cookie ones. I like how I'm looking this up during a speed run. Do you see this? haven't had these, but apparently I can get these by Saturday. Well, where the fuck is this coming from? Clearly not the same one as before. Only 10 left in stock. But this is this a whole package? What is it? Number of items 1. What's up, Act Right? This is like just like one box. Like one little thing. That's not fun though. You want like a box, you know what I mean? Like that's what I ordered. I ordered like a box of them. Interesting. Ah, what the fuck? They can cure cancer, really? Is that the... Jesus. People are nuts. I mean, they are delicious, but... When is the new RE gonna come out? I don't know. I wish I had all the answers, but if I was a betting man, I would say next year sometime, and maybe this summer we'll get some kind of reveal. Whether it's an RE event, Capcom event, you know?
Emergency. Unknown
A
source
pressure
of
detected.
Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety. Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
I guess it's still one.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold.
Alex or Evil, what's up?
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
Drain the water. Perfect. It's true, Dragon Ball, but also Capcom doesn't care to write those things. I know what you like, Dragon Ball. I know what you like. I know you like to go deep with these characters, but unfortunately, you can only go as deep as Capcom makes it, and then we just sit here kind of speculate what the hell's going on. And you know, who fucking knows? Because a lot of these characters get used once, they never get used again. They never get referenced with those characters again. And we have the self-defense gun, so we're going to use that. You got to tell Lucius if you got the platinum for Rev. Don't ignore his question, Dragon Ball. I don't think he has it. Anybody that takes that long to respond, he doesn't have it. I've only played it one time. There you go. The Wesker Joe was the one that got away right before the mansion exploded. Exactly. He got the fuck out of Dodge. Carlos, what's up? Fontes, the other Carlos, what's up? We are supposed to be the elite on the RE community, and not one fucker, including me, has gotten that plat. Well, guess what? Maybe this fucker right here needs to get it. Maybe I do. Because, you know, if we're doing this LTRE 100% stream, well, I guess Rev 1 would have to be included in there eventually. I only have the plat for 7, says Alex Receivable. I still need the plat for 7, actually. I only need a few more achievements, but, or I'm sorry, trophies for that, but I need to do the DLC as well, and that's probably the biggest thing. I know you don't need the DLC to do that platinum, but it's just like, you know, I want to get everything, you know what I mean? I do have the Last of Us 1 platinum with the multiplayer done and all the DLC done. So that's probably my biggest crowning achievement. So LTRE leads the way. I'm gonna try. Exterminator Jill. The only game I ever got 100% achievements was RoboCop, but that one is easy. Really? I haven't played that yet. Wesker had a master key to the mansion after all these years. I'm so dumb. Yeah, Wesker had to give himself the advantage, you know? All right, let's do this. No V Jolt. No V Jolt edition. Probably should have grabbed more healing. We'll do that real quick. I say this in the R7 and 8 exists in both the original and yeah, the remake timeline and the original timeline from what Capcom said are pretty much going along parallel with each other. It's not erasing anything. So it's that's why the remakes, even with some of the changes they make, the main story beats stay the same. You know what I mean? So yeah, just think of it as the originals and the remakes are side by side. They're not erasing one another. So 7 and 8 just fit nicely. They're in the original timeline and the remake timeline, quote unquote, you know? Trying to finish this plant once and for all. What's up, RWK? Another member. It's kind of like the Halloween timeline, many branches. Yeah, well, this one doesn't have many. It's just one branch, and it's along with the original, not trying to say one doesn't exist or two exist, and then one does. You know what I mean? Like, that's how the Halloween one is, where it's like, oh no, now in this timeline, this one doesn't exist. Where everything does exist in the RE stuff. They just, you know, streamlined it. Come on, you fucker. There we go. It is. It is much more of a mess. That's true, Evolatio. Yeah, if you want 100% it, it's a grind for a lot of these games. Yeah, where this one is less of a grind, I feel like 0 is going to be a big grind, and I have to be better at that game coming out the other end of that, you know, the 100%ing 0 for sure. Lucius is determined to find someone who's 100% at Rev 1. It's true, though. It's a really good question. Like, has there anybody that has 100% of that? Because it's commitment. RE5 is a similar thing with its versus mode stuff. That took forever. The movies are just their own thing, Callum. Their own thing. Revelation did not 100% rev. The search continues, says Lucius. It's a tough one, man. The game wants to move on. I knew a few gamers that would. Yeah, so some people, especially before the era of, you know, achievements and stuff like that, it was mostly just like, okay, how much will you replay this to unlock, you know, these things? How cool are these unlockables? That was always the big, you know, commitment that you would have. Would be like, oh man, I gotta get everything unlocked, you know? Are you fucking serious, dude? Fuck these dogs. God damn. Alright, now we return to the mansion, dealing with hunters. No, I didn't mean to do that. No! Yeah, Sheva did call Chris out. It's true. But have they expanded on that? Nope. Another critical thing, and is there games to check out? Yeah, right. There's a lot of good stuff to play, right? Chinchillas to RE. Did the RE1 remake fly under the radar when it came out originally? Because I never heard of it until watching LTRE. People knew about it. It didn't sell very well, but people knew about it, definitely. And people that played it really did appreciate it. But it didn't sell that well because it was only on GameCube. Not that nobody had GameCube, but, like, you know, I feel like this sold a lot better once it, you know, kind of caught everybody's attention, you know? What, James? Bryant is back. Good to see you back. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't know that my mic was making a weird sound until I saw that there was just sound coming out no matter what I did, and then I muted it, and then I unplugged everything and then plugged it back in. That always is the common workaround. Sorry about that. I need something. I think it was just intended to be on GameCube back then, because they had that deal with Nintendo, so that's why RE4 came shortly after. They could change Wesker's death up, always possible. Sorry about that noise, guys. I didn't realize that my mic was just gonna. Well, it was probably my mixer. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that, folks. So I got 21 people in here. I didn't scare everybody away. I'm gonna grab the grenade launcher. Even if there's a body, they're always not dead. Always waiting to wake up to screw you over. Forest is down. I had to make that little detour real quick. Either that or the Magnum, but I can manage with this, so. It's crazy. Let's run here real quick. RE6 isn't a very good game now. I don't think it is. I mean, there's some elements that are, you know, just okay about it, and there's some elements that are just really bad. And it's too bloated of a game, and the story is kind of all over the fucking place. It's a task to get through all those campaigns to play it for the complete story. Oh, Wesker's final fight. Yeah, I mean, that whole thing can be a different stage or a different, you know, a different kind of vibe. We'll see what they do, you know. I fucked that up. I better keep the boulder punching. Well, considering Heisenberg mentions it in Resident Evil Village, that boulder punching asshole, I'm sure they'll keep it. Because apparently it's in the lore, and even he knows it. So, when they do things like that, it makes you... That's what I said. The original and remake timelines are side by side. They don't change those little things. They could change that one little thing, but I doubt it, because it's so iconic at this point. Or they might. I don't know. Keep the boulder punch. Yeah, I agree. Keep it in there. It's as iconic as a Jill sandwich at this point. But it's more of an action than it is a line, a cheesy line, you know? Yeah, honestly, I mean, shit. I feel like, yeah, you would have no choice but to put the Wesker fight on there. It was pretty difficult, that's for sure. It's actually harder if you're playing it solo than co-op. That's true. If Commando did happen, Chris can punch a boulder. It's true. Arnie did not mess around. What's up, Patriot? Everything's coming along good. We're moving through this run. I'm on normal this time. Try not to make the mistake, and then we'll be... I promised Resident Evil Remake will be out of your guys' hair, but until we're done this playthrough, we're in the thick of it, so... Like I said, we can move on to 0. Try to chip away at that. Oh, wasn't expecting to be right there, but alright. I knew you were around the door, but I thought you were normally on the right side, but I was wrong. It's alright. That's why we got self-defense, right? And just in case, I'm pretty sure I shot every type of ammo. I don't know, you have to do that for Starsenal, but I'm going to do that this run too, just to be sure. You know, just to make sure. So by the time we get the infinite grenade launcher, that will be it. Let's just hit up the save room real quick and then go on to Mr. Yawn. We only need the red jewel as well, so I guess we'll grab that while we're over here. Mr. X in 2 Remake is a... Yeah, definitely. The Super Tyrant is difficult. Final Form Birkin as well. You know, there's a lot of... Ari has some good boss battles, you know, and depending on, you know, what you're up against, ammo-wise, health-wise, difficulty-wise, I mean, it could make all the difference, but, you know, that's what makes it challenging, I guess. It's just how you handle it. Building a pie station and a little bit on stream. Nice. Good shit. Yeah, if all things go correctly, this should be... Might as well pick that up. Yeah, in Operation Raccoon City, you have a whole team taking them down. And then RE2, it's just like someone solo, you know? Guardian built a pie station not too long ago with an orange Pi 03. That's awesome. Yeah, Perry's the one who kind of showed me about the Raspberry Pis and all that stuff, which is amazing. He actually gave me one for my birthday one year. I still have it, and it's still killer. We're gonna have a bunch of stuff on this new PC that we're talking about as well, so that's gonna be like, you know, the next ultimate, like, everything's in one machine type thing. But that's really cool, man. Orange pie doesn't fit in the pie station case, says Perry. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know about all the logistics of it, but it's cool. It's a cool thing nonetheless. And now it's time for the Yawn Snake. Final fight. Yawn Snake this time. Oh, you 3D print your case. Shit. Actually, shout out to Kyle. He just got a 3D printer. So he's been 3D printing some stuff, which is really cool to see him kind of mess around with that. What's up? Milky says 360. Oh, yeah. And another Crimson Head for the record. Pie Station is a legit case by Retro Flag. That's awesome. It only works with Raspberry Pi 4. Not even the 5, sadly. Yeah, it's crazy how many they have now. Come a long way, that's for sure. It's yawn time again. Come on, you bastard. There we go. I watched Immaculate. It wasn't all that great. Haven't seen a solid horror film in a while. That sucks to hear. Me and Callie are going to try to check that out tomorrow, actually. It's a $5 day, so we might go check it out when she's done work. So, we will see how it is. Yeah, it's tough to narrow down a all horror, good horror, but you get some good ones here and there. I want to see Late Night with the Devil. That's the other one that is playing that I want to actually check out. They definitely don't make them like they used to. That's for damn sure. Alright, you gotta get the, do the jewel box puzzle. Okay, so I don't know. I gotta just... Oh my god. I'm so disappointed in this. It's like every single time there has to be an argument in the chat. But it's like we can't just have a discussion about shit anymore. It always has to be like one person's better than the other, all this shit. It's like, let's just talk about games, Resident Evil. I guess maybe we should separate PC chat with a different chat. I don't know what to do anymore. It's like every time people come in here, they see this shit, and it's like, what the fuck, man? I'm just trying to play games. I'm barely scraping by with 30 people in my chat, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, we gotta get back to this shit here. Basically have to use the last key. Have to get the battery. Can't even fucking hit him. click no. God damn it. Fucking piece of shit. God damn it. Time for the caves now. We gotta avoid these snakes that always like to poison us every single time. So I gotta try to run in zigzags. This. Like that. And like that. The problem is they attack as they're coming down. Ah, you fucker. The caves I'm not too worried about. It's mostly the Lisa Trevor push-off thing. But again, I'll try to save when that happens. What I should do before we go down there is save in here anyway, because I don't think we actually saved yet. So I'd like to put it in the books. we go. That's the first save. Which, again, I could have saved sooner, but better to just, you know, be safe with it. It's time for Enrico. Oh, forgot there was a there is a typewriter down here. It's alright, because we could just save again when we get to the lab. Or, I'm sorry, right before we do the final Lisa Trevor confrontation. Down here you can get smashed by boulders, so... They do that one-hit kill shit, which is why the hunters are always sketchy around this part. Oh shit. No. God damn it. Get the fuck up, Jill. Get in the door! What are you doing? Holy balls. Alright, let me, I'll catch up in the chat in a second. Sorry, I've been trying to just run through this shit. Just give me 1 second here. Let me fucking heal the fuck up. Alright. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Some RE custom PC builds, I'm sure. Code Veronica Remake. It will happen eventually. I don't think it's going to be the next one, but it will be, it'll happen with patience. Yeah, doing no save runs are always nerve-wracking. Thankfully, the last run was a no save run, so there you go. You know, kind of got it out of the way, but it's still annoying. It's Boulder, Indiana Jones time. Yes, it is. Expect there's, yeah, Hunters over them. Yeah, I'll take that. Purple Pix on Polymega 2. It's the classic PlayStation demo disc days, for sure. Put that stuff on here. Duh, I gotta push the statue first. That would help. That would help. No, the remake doesn't replace the older games. Essentially, this question came up earlier in the chat, and essentially, the original and the remakes are side by side with each other. You know, they don't. It doesn't erase any major story. They might switch up some things that happen within the games, but the overall main beats still stay the same. So Capcom has said that it's not erasing anything. They just go right along with the originals, and so it's not erasing anything. It's not like a Halloween timeline fuckery. It's a little more simple than some people might make it out to see online. But that's a genuine answer from me, so hopefully that clears things up a little bit. Alright, and then we gotta do this whole Lisa Trevor bit, which is gonna be a fun one to do all over again. But it's alright. We should be on track to finishing this thing in the time that we need to get our Starsenol achievement. Yeah, the multiverse timeline thing. It ain't that deep with RA, thankfully. Peace out. but we are not saving anybody. Chris and Barry will not be with us. Just to get the fastest ending, that's what you gotta do, so. Dodge that fucker. Every woman for herself. Yep, that's what we're doing. Yeah, no problem. Alright, Barry, you're gonna leave my ass down here, but I ain't giving you back your magnum. Ha! You told Tony Khan AEW was a joke and Tony was a clown. Oh, man. Well, you know, a lot of that stuff has to come out eventually, right? The unfiltered ness of that. Everything's in hindsight, right? So, yeah, man. All it takes is some of these guys to tell the truth about what's really going on, and it comes out as more accurate. He said this on MMA Hour today. Oh, wow. That's I'm going to have to check that out. I'll listen to that probably when I'm done this. That's funny. I mean, dude, like now he has no contract obligation or anything like tied to them where he can't say anything. I don't cover wrestling. No, I do not. My brother Nick covered wrestling. Still does from time to time with Perry, Cheap Pop Podcast. They've been covering wrestling for years. Obviously, they took a long break, but I've always been surrounded by friends that have covered wrestling. That's how I found Perry, because he covered wrestling back in the day. So I've never covered it. You know, I don't think I'm the right person to cover it, but I definitely am a fan and like shows that do cover it. But you know, and sometimes like we'll jump on like on Game Complainers. We do like those anniversary shows and we'll talk about wrestling there. What's up, Alyssa? But yeah, I never personally one-on-one covered wrestling on any kind of like content or anything like that. But I do enjoy it. Obviously, it's having a nice resurgence now with like, you know, the right stuff being in place for WWE and, you know, all that stuff. And what's up, Ex Cathedra? But yeah, it is part of my childhood, very much like how gaming was. You know, it was right there. You know, so always kind of has a near and dear part of you know, part of that nostalgia. You know, growing up, you know, playing games, watching wrestling, something that you can bond over with either family or friends. You know, so it all goes hand in hand. I guess movies are kind of included in that too, but. Alright, Barry, I see how it is. You can leave our ass, but guess what? You are dying this playthrough. And there's nothing you can do about that, Barry. Bret Hart's entrance music. It is good. Can't beat the old entrance themes. It is an April Fool's joke. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw the top of my stream. It was a April Fool's joke. And I don't think they were necessarily affiliated with Biohazard Declassified, so I don't want to throw Andy under that bus, because Andy's a good guy. He doesn't report on crap information, but yeah, they basically came out and said, hey guys, it was an April Fool's joke. We had different time zones, and we put it out last night, and I was just like, I fucking knew it. Because, yeah, you can't really believe a lot of shit on April 1st, as history shows it, but, you know, not denying that they won't do an RE1, and they won't do, you know, more remakes, but that particular image, yeah, was mocked up for a joke. It's a big joke. Gotta go to Philly again. Philly's great. You know, there's some really, really, really cool stuff you can see in Philly. And always a good time. What's up, Wiz? Lisa Trevor, lumbering. Hit the switch. There we go. That annoying part is done, and then we got to deal with another annoying part, which is pushing the statues off. We should be okay. Liberty Pell and some cheesesteaks. Yeah, that's what my one buddy just did before he left after Easter. Lisa Trevor time, and then the lab, and that's it. We're out of here. Bring that. Also, we'll save here. Well, you know, I could also save in the the dining room, because it's technically closer, so. The stone ring. Alright, we're good. Let's keep it running. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to read all your comments as they come through. I'm also just trying to keep myself focused for this speed run, because we do have to get this under 3 hours. Not that I doubt myself, but I do tend to get distracted a lot when I'm trying to play for time, so if I'm reading your questions a little late, I apologize. Shit. Yeah, it was the one piece of merch I wish I owned, says X. There's a lot. But something that comes to mind is like a standee, like a Resident Evil 3 Nemesis standee, which is like just completely rare, I'm sure. But like a Nemesis standee would be cool. Big sign. Good old loading times, right, Bryant? The title of the video, I'm trying to, well, I actually have to grab the fucking emblem too, right? I didn't even do that. Whew. All right. For G-List, what was the title of the video you made where you said where you were when RE4 came out on PS2, and we're gonna make a 360 one for RE5? You might be referencing my Resident Evil 4 Memories video, which I definitely would like to do one on Resident Evil 5. Absolutely, you know. Where I kind of talk a little bit about like where I was when it came out, and you know, like what I was playing, you know, other games at the time. I think that's the video you're referencing. Yeah, I'd like to do more of those. I mean, I could do a lot on many of the titles, but that one was really cool because that was, you know, when RE4 was getting hyped up, so I felt like that was an appropriate video. What RE game made you quit the playthrough due to rage? Probably Code Veronica has done that before. Resident Evil 0 has done that before when we attempted the knife-only hard mode challenge, which was fucking rough. Alright, we're going to give this a save in here. Again, my rage quit was RE6. Yeah, RE6 can definitely make for some rage, especially on no hope mode. Oh yeah, that is one platinum I do actually have, is the fucking RE6 one. What's up, Brandon? He says still running, never waking up to say it. Good old Chevelle. What's up, man? We're about to beat Lisa Trevor's ass. And Barry's ass is about to get smacked off the ledge in like 2 seconds. Barry's gonna get got. That's right. We have used Barry's Barry's Magnum as well, because you have to do that to get the star arsenal. So there you go. Go. The Barry's there. Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of great memories with Resident Evil 5. That would be a big video, to be honest with you, because I remember, you know, seeing the announcement, back in my old house in 2007. And, little Barry's photograph. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was, yeah, there's definitely a joke about Phil Spencer that, that Fred said. That is, that was a good one. Alright, we got the wolf medal. And it's lab time. Brandon says nothing is funnier than all of them getting kaput. Oh, you'll like this joke. That's for sure. I'll use the flame rounds too, just in case we actually need the flame rounds. Last part of this game. Burning your ass down. So we type in mole, the Easter egg. Nine. So you try to put in the old password. It's funny. I haven't heard that in a while. We're going to see the eclipse. Probably not. Punk also said that he didn't understand why TK said he feared for his life when he didn't say or do anything to him. He said Tony said that to ruin CM Punk's name in the business. Perry's gonna go see it next Monday. There you go. Yeah, that's funny, man. I mean, it's like because a lot of this stuff, again, it comes out over time, like how, people think they know all the stuff about the information before. So, and I know obviously like there's still two sides to every coin, two sides to every story. But when the majority of the signs are pointing towards the problem, which is, obviously Tony Khan, the actual business itself, the decisions that are made, it's pointing to that directly. And the scapegoat is, oh, well, Punk is known for this, and that. So that's like, you know what I mean? But it's like, dude, open your eyes and see the decisions AEW is making and the talent that they're losing, and it's, yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing all the G4 coverage back in the day when G4 was great, about Resident Evil 5. I remember watching that like a hawk, man, because I was in, I was watching anything that they got, exclusive Resident Evil. It was a big deal. Reading the magazines, all that good stuff. Damn, did she really have breast cancer? That's crazy. Yeah, that's because she's recovering. That's some serious shit right there. There's an Inside Edition a few weeks ago talking about it in the hospital. Damn. That is nuts. Yeah, Punk finally talked, right? Yeah, that's crazy. I'm going to have to listen to that after this. What's up, everyone? Yo, old school G4 was the shit. What's up, Thunders? Good to see you in here, man. Any other... Hell yeah, Revelation. I remember that. Yeah, they had the early version of that on the Punisher soundtrack. Alright, let's see if we can take out the chimeras, and then we gotta do the capsule. If you want to step up, you're gonna get knocked down. Fucking classic video. It was on the DVD. Never forget. MMA Hour. Broke his silence on there. That's cool. I know they're a big show, so that makes sense. I like, but you know what I also like about it? I like shows that just don't, like, there's no softball questions with that stuff. It's like, all right, what happened? Because it's been like, over a year now? So it's like, yeah, we kind of want to hear it from him, and I'm sure he had to, like, stay quiet for a certain time. But now that he's doing what he's doing over there with WWE, it's like, the soapy hot tub, yeah. Alright. I always try to clear out that zombie so I can at least walk with the capsule straight on and not have to run into any enemies grabbing. Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah, dude, that soundtrack is just so good. Like, obviously there's songs you've heard like a million times on there because they're it's so old, but I love that soundtrack. Between the Punisher soundtrack and the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack, man, like, such good music. And my memory of that soundtrack, I remember I knew about the game, knew about the movie, in like 05, 06, obviously, but I remember I got, I got into the game, got into the movie around the same time, played the game first, then saw the movie, and then, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you're gonna be taught Muay Thai by John. He's gonna get you in shape. Yeah, Daredevil soundtrack. Freddy vs. Jason had a lot of WWE themes. Yeah, that's all. That's all just classic shit right there. But yeah, I remember my brother's friend was like, he burned it on a CD, and I was like, he's like, what's it? He's like, oh, it's the Punisher soundtrack. There's a lot of good songs on there, and I remember listening to it like just that summer. It was like 05 and then into 06. We'd always go down the shore and shit like that. I have the Punisher soundtrack. I had a bunch of Burn stuff, but yeah, that was my memory of finding out about the Punisher soundtrack back then, because someone hooked me up with a burned copy, and I was like, oh, wow. And then I finally have a legit copy. Shout out to Tyler. He got me one. He's in the chat right now. And he said American Pie has the best soundtrack. American Pie 1 and 2 have some solid fucking soundtracks. That is true. You're not wrong. Fuck these chimeras. "28 Weeks Later" soundtrack is another good one. Even the Resident Evil Apocalypse soundtrack, like the Resident Evil 2002 soundtrack, the Apocalypse soundtrack, so good. Again, 2003, 2004, 2005, special times. Some of this stuff. It's back when they used really good music in movies. Now it's all club EDM, electronica. And if you like those genres, that's fine, but it's like, goddamn. Maximum Overdrive soundtrack was a complete AC/DC album. Yeah, there's a lot of lists on there like that, Just a great line of soundtracks. All right, yeah, I think we're good to go. We just got to fight the tyrant in the lab. And hopefully we get it under 3 hours, which we should, and then Remake and Reimagine are kind of one and the same, Gila, so don't get too confused on that. It's just people online making it sound dumb. Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf OST. Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, I remember we talked about that. The Mech Assault soundtracks. A remaster is just simply taking an old version, making it look better for, you know, polishing it a little bit, making texture updates or graphic updates. A remake, or, you know, just a remake in general, not even going to use the other term, is completely remade from the ground up. So Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, all completely remade from the ground up. And he's toast. They're from Central Jersey, and I remember when they were touring only in the Tri-State area. That's awesome, Rev. Daredevil's back in pre-production. I know they're working on that, too. Or the new one, anyway. Alright. Time to get the fuck out of Dodge. Where this should have been done last week in the last playthrough, but now... What's up, Aaron Hooper? Happy Monday. Just catching us at the very end of this stream, because we are about to hopefully get our under 3 hours, unlock all the achievements on the 360 version, and get another 1000 G on Remake, and Remake will be completed. Moving on to Resident Evil 0 next. When I will start that, I don't know, but hopefully we will. When I feel like playing RE0 is when we'll start that. Tyler Storm and Shady said Ben should have been chief instead of Pablo Schreiber. Oh, God. Don't look at my face. What's up, hockey fan? Good to see you in here, man. No, will not go. It's just a phase. Yeah, Punk talked. He talked! It's about time people expose the clown TK for who he is. Alright. That's it. Got another Jilly playthrough done.
Jill, you did a fine job.
Yes! That's what we need! It's done, chat room. It is done. Shouldn't even taken this long of a playthrough, but... Whew. And it's done, chat room. It is done. Complete on the Xbox 360. There we go. That's all. That's all I wanted was to get this thing done last week, but here we are. All right, so not bad, guys. Not too bad at all. Really happy with how this turned out. Obviously, wanted to do it sooner, but better late than never. So we'll continue with Cold Fear in the next stream. Like I mentioned, stay tuned for the next episode of the podcast, which will be covering a bunch of stuff, and it'll be the first show kicking off this year in April, I know. But, yeah, here we are trying to piece together how this year is going to turn out with all content and everything. So it's going to be busy. And what's up, Jeff M? Thanks for coming in towards the end here. Steam Gamer, thank you for your donation as well. Thanks to all the members. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Ltre on all the socials. Merch down below. I've been enjoying Cold Fear as well. We started Cold Fear over the weekend. So I'll probably catch you guys with the part 2 of Cold Fear. And Master Series looks like the votes are in. So I will be probably doing the Resident Evil 2 Claire A handguns only. Seems to be what won. So, we will be continuing that with the live stream series. And just stay tuned for more video content as well. So until next time, thanks for all the love and support. And I will see all of you later. Take care.